Pandemics will become worse and more frequent unless we stop exploiting Earth and animals, top scientists warn.
Here's a summary of the article.
In a strongly worded article, they caution that the potential for future pandemics is vast, and that the suffering already caused by the coronavirus may be only the beginning. The authors, from the Intergovernmental Science Policy Platform on Biodiversity and Ecosystem Services, state, there is a single species that is responsible for the COVID-19 pandemic, us. As with the climate and biodiversity crises, recent pandemics are a direct consequence of human activity. Although animal-to-human diseases already cause an estimated 700,000 deaths each year, the potential for future pandemics is vast, the scientists say. Most animals carry viruses that do not make them ill, but pandemics are caused by increasing numbers of people coming into direct contact, and often conflict, with the animals carrying these pathogens. The experts also warn that steps to mitigate the current crisis that appear tempting, such as propping up intensive agriculture and airlines, essentially subsidizes the emergence of future pandemics. Earth's economy is based on a limited paradigm that prizes economic growth at any cost, the experts write, adding that humans have a small window of opportunity to avoid sowing the seeds of future pandemics. The authors, who last year issued the starkest warning yet on damage to nature and warned that 1 million species of plants and animals were at risk of extinction in coming decades, added, most immediately we need to ensure that the actions being taken to reduce the impacts of the current pandemic aren't themselves amplifying the risks of future outbreaks and crises.
This post received a score of 39,000, with an upvote ratio of 75%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Not a single one of the scientists was mentioned by name. Must be too much work to research them, I guess. Joseph Settel, environmental researcher, Sandra Diaz, ecologist, Eduardo Brondizio, anthropologist, and Peter Daszak, zoologist, are the 4 authors of the article for the people interested.
I cannot stand when publications do this. Top scientists is probably the most watered-down term in journalism.
Experts say, what kind of experts? What field are they experts in? Do they have a degree of any kind or do they just call themselves an expert?
Just having a degree doesn't necessarily make a person sensible, so it's important to gather something closer to a consensus. So what needs to be done right here is actually in the domain of journalism, which is why a credible publication is so important, and it's a shame that so many news articles just quote other articles that might be bullshit. They could absolutely be citing each name and qualification at the end of every single article and noting any dissenting views that they came across. Bringing an element of defined rigor here would surely help.
Greater than just having a degree doesn't necessarily make a person sensible. Can confirm, have a degree and don't know shit about fuck.
Have comp sci degree and years of industry experience. Still not convinced I know how to code above a 3rd grade level.
I am sure your Google foo is on point though, winking face.
Cries in WPF WebView.
Honest question, when we say top scientists, who are we referring to?
Apparently these guys. IPBES expert guest article by Professors Joseph Settel, Sandra Diaz and Eduardo Brondizio 1 and Dr. Peter Daszak 2 on 27 April 2020.
Does that guy have a 2 in his last name?
Peter Daszak 1 was already taken.
The message in this article is nice and I definitely support it. Don't destroy the environment, put people before profit, etc. etc. Cool. What's strange to me is that the authors cite treating nature better will make us more pandemic resistant. They provide no sources for how doing these things, deforestation, intensive farming, mining, etc. results in fewer, less severe pandemics.
Also, they're implying that if we shut down air travel then this wouldn't be the problem it is today. The message they're trying to get across isn't very clear. This statement seems like an accusation that no one thought we were to blame. I think the consensus is that it's our fault, as in humans, that this happened.
Also, if there aren't that many people, there wouldn't be so much infected.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.